Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome back to the Rusty Beauty shop. And since in the last video we finished more or less the metal work on the body tab of the 74 TR6, it's about time to start dealing with the doors. I was thinking maybe the windshield frame, but we'll leave that for last. Let's see what the condition of the doors is. So I digged out the doors and put them here on the table. They are not stripped at all. They even, like this one still has the mirror on it. Both of them have the glass inside and all the mechanisms and everything. So we're gonna have to get rid of those. But in the first place, I want to see if we actually gonna use these doors, because I don't know what's wrong here, but this thing feels extremely heavy and thick. So I don't know what's going on here, but if you can, I don't know if you're able to see this, but this feels very, very thick here. So I have the strange feeling that they patched rust at the bottom of the doors with another piece of metal. They overlapped it from somewhere here, they overlapped it, and then they covered it with body filler, because you see this has a weird shape. It is extremely thick here, and the whole thing is like very round here. So I say that they have patches all over the bottom of this door, and they are brazed, and when we cover them, we're gonna see a really bad bottom of this door. This, I don't know, that's the driver's one. Doesn't feel that bad, but I think they're both in the same condition. So first of all, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take out the glass from inside and the door handles and the stuff that is on my way, so I can flip them around, and we're gonna check the bottoms. We'll see what the condition is, and then we're gonna decide what we're gonna do, because if they're not salvageable, we have some other doors here. We have these are the 73 doors that we didn't use because they had problems here at the bottom, but at least the skin doesn't look bad. So I'm thinking if I have to repair doors, I might as well repair these ones. But on the other hand, we fit these on the body, so maybe it's better if we salvage these. Anyways, let's see what's the condition inside, and then we're gonna decide. Actually, except for the bottom 3-4 inches, the rest of the door inside looked really great. Not even surface rust or anything. So I decided for now to take only the glass and door handle and the lock out, so I can save those from scratching and breaking, and then inspect the rest of the door and see maybe these doors can be salvaged. All right, I took out the handle, the glass, and the lock, and that's how far I'm gonna go for now. With stripping it, actually, I don't even need to strip it too much, because inside it is in a really good shape. I'm surprised. The only problem is the bottom, and look at all that. Have to collect all these, and look at this. Well, do you want to see what's underneath? I don't. But we have no choice. So let's do it. What do you think, guys? It's in a pretty good condition, I think. I'm still not sure that I'm gonna be working with this door, but let's actually see what's the situation on the outside. Sure, this entire part here is body filler. Alright, so this is the condition of the outer skin too. You see there's so much Bondo here, and I don't see a reason why they overlapped it that high, and why they pushed it in so much. Anyways, I don't think this door is worth saving. I mean, definitely can be saved, but it's not worth. Like, look at that. Okay, so this is the passenger door from the 73, the one that we didn't use. The 73 TR6, we bought not new but other doors from another car, and we used those for the 73 because these ones had issues too. And even at the top here on the outside there's an issue here and everywhere. But so at that time I wasn't that confident in my welding skills and in my metal working skills, so we decided to buy different doors for that car. I wouldn't say new ones, but now I don't think we have a choice. If I'm gonna have to repair a door, it's much better if I repair this one, I hope, than that one. So you know what, let me buzz it quickly with the needle scaler so we can see what's the condition of this one. Well, obviously it's not much better than the other one. Well, but it is still better because at least half of it is good. Oh, look at this. Half a door made of fiberglass. Okay, let me put that to the side. But also, I noticed here there's something going on. You know what, let me just go all over the place. This door, I'm gonna do some needle scaling and see if there's other problems so we can assess it and see which one we're gonna work with. What do you think, guys? What do you think? I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking about new doors, but hey, let's think here. Let's brainstorm a little bit. First of all, let's clean, and then we're gonna brainstorm. All right, let's see what we have here. Obviously, the bottom of this door is gone. We can't work with it. But the top of this door is in a much better shape. Like the common areas where the doors get rusted are actually perfect on this one. There's a little problem here, but that's easy to solve. Like we can replace one piece of metal here, but look at this here. compared to this here. There's no comparison. And that there, of course. The inside of this door is like great. It's nice and brown was the original color of this car. So these are the original doors, and they're different because you see they have this pocket here for the 74, where this is 73, I guess, where it is different. It doesn't have the pocket here, so it is different. And I think it's a good idea if we try to save the original door. Now, I know that option you're thinking about, guys. I don't think it's a good idea. I know that's your idea now, go and get new doors, Eileen, but I don't think it's a good idea because new doors, of course, are gonna be extremely expensive. And if we get used doors, we're gonna get something like that. Something that you don't see all the problems, and then once you start working on them, they turn into something like this. So, like for the 73, we got used doors from another car, and I had so much work done on those doors that it was incredible. So I think it's better if we just fix this, like deal with what we have here, and we're gonna know that at the end we have something that we're 100% sure it's good. We know everything about it. So I think we should forget about replacing doors. I think we should deal with what we have. In this case, there are two options. To start repairing this here. This is not that bad. I mean, it's repairable. The bottom of this door is repairable. But the top is so bad, like everywhere. And I don't think I should start dealing with this unless we cut parts from that door and weld them here, but I think it's harder. For me, it would be much easier if we restore this door. Just cut the bottom off, take the bottom of this door, repair this corner here, install it here, change the skin. For the skin now I have a problem. I don't have any more sheet metal over there on the here. These are my last pieces of sheet metal. Of course I can find some small pieces here and there in the shop, but I don't have anything big enough to replace the skin for here. But I think the skin of this door and the higher end is in a good shape, so I think we can use that. If we cut like a section from here because it's wider and install it down there, it's gonna work well. So yeah, I think we have a plan. Let's see. Okay guys, I don't know at what point you left me because your battery was low, so I'm just gonna show you again. We took out the skin, and this thing is like heavy as hell. We took out the bottom of the door, and I measured before I cut it off. I measured, and I asked you to remember that, but you probably were away already. So I measured, this is 6 1/8, this opening, and then I measured from here to here. It was 15 5/8. We did not have to remember these measurements, so when we install the other bottom here, we're gonna have to get back to the same measurements, right? So in 2 minutes from really rusted door, we are back to rust-free door. You can just keep it like that with no bottom for ventilation. Anyways, and now I'm about to cut out this one. We opened the door. We just opened the door. Alright. Well, there's a lot of good sheet metal here that we can use for the other door. So let's cut this bottom now. Pretty much the same place where we cut the other one, or a little bit higher, so we have room to adjust. And that's what we need. So let's clean it and see how usable it is. This is soft at the end, so we're gonna have to replace a corner here. Of course, we're gonna have to replace this entire part here, but the rest looks pretty solid. This entire flange needs to be changed. It's not good. I mean, now that we have everything exposed, better change whatever we can, because that's not good. So, let me see something. So obviously we want to replace this flange, and I'm gonna replace it all the way, because even here at the end it's cheesy, and here it's like thin. So we're gonna replace the whole entire thing, maybe starting from here and somewhere to here. So for this reason I cut this strip of metal out of this door, but it looks in a good shape, but it is really thin, I don't know. And especially like if it is for the outer skin, that's fine, but for here I want something really solid, and that's why I went around the shop. I went to our scrap pile and I found this piece of metal. Like, it is too small obviously, but what if we cut it in 3 strips and weld them together? That's gonna be much better, because that's real 18 gauge. I know originally the triumphs were made out of 18 gauge steel, but somehow it doesn't look like 18 gauge to me. Maybe it's some different standard, some different 18 gauge. So anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this in 3 strips and I'm gonna weld them together, and then we're gonna start making this flange. Okay, so our flange is going to be like that. So we want this end to go up and this end to go up. For this reason we have to stretch somewhere here, right? We have to start stretching here. Okay, this corner is almost done. Of course we're gonna have to extend it after. So let's work on this one now. So I'm gonna have to start curving it from somewhere here. That's gonna be tricky now. Our curve ends somewhere here. So I have to stay between these 2 lines. Now, to be able to use this as a pattern, we need to actually cut here, cut this side and push it where it is gonna be, because now we are on the outside, and if we are on the outside here too, we're gonna be too wide, you know what I mean? Or I'm gonna have to make a template. Okay, so I made this template that fits inside, right where the flange is. So let's see now how this fits here. It doesn't. Oh, that's this way. Sorry. Okay, it doesn't. So we made it too tight here. So we have to open here and bend this way, okay? Okay, so now we fit beautifully here, but it turns out this corner is not that beautiful. So we're gonna have to open a little bit the curve here and bend more here and here. You know what I mean? Like that. So now I think we are perfectly inside. Well, I'm glad I made this template because I was just guesstimating it before. Okay, so now this fits well here. It fits well here, but actually I'm able to put this on the outside of this, which is weird. Well, actually I'm not really, because if I push it down, then it comes up here. Yeah, so we're more or less there. Anyway, so I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna clamp them together. So this way I can cut through both metals now, through both layers, and make sure that they fit nicely with each other. See, now our cut is absolutely not straight. I didn't even care if it was straight or not, but it matches perfectly for both parts. And now it is clamped here in the middle, and here it needs just a slight adjustment at the end, and it's gonna match well, and the other end as well. Like just slight adjustment on the lines here, and it's gonna be perfect. Alright, so we're ready to weld it, and I'm gonna keep these clamps here as long as possible to keep me straight, and even when I tack it here, I'm gonna move the clamp here to tack it here, and I'm gonna keep moving it, so hopefully it's gonna keep it nice and straight for me. So we try and do a seamless weld without warping it, and let's see what's gonna happen here. Alright, so looks like I forgot my welding skills at home today. It wasn't pleasure work, to be honest. But anyways, it's done, so now let's grind it. Exactly, a little bit of body filler and it's gonna be perfect. It's too reflective now, so you can't really see it, but it's not too bad, but it's not, again, seamless. Like there are some areas where it's seamless, but I can't find them here. But they're not on this piece. They're on Jed Matley's pieces. Anyways, so yeah, one day I'm gonna learn how to weld properly. I don't understand why I lined it up so nicely, and here it looks like they weren't lined up, you see? So there's a cavity here that needs to be filled up. Here they were lined up perfectly. Here they were lined up. Here, nope. But anyway, so now we're gonna take the old piece. We're gonna mark these drain holes. There are only two. These corners, we're not gonna extend them now. Here we need to weld a patch, but we're gonna extend them when we have it on the car, on the door, when we weld it to that. And now I think we're gonna drill these holes. We're gonna weld it to the bottom of the door, and then we're gonna paint it inside. And it's probably a good idea to clean this seam now inside. Right, there's this pad inside that we have to cut off if we want to weld on the outside. This is going to be burning inside, it's going to give us trouble, so we have to get rid of it. Right, so now we're gonna have to start trimming this to make it fit as before. So we said there was 6 1/8 distance here, and there was from here to here there was 15 5/8. We can do this, you know. So if we cut it right here now, it's gonna be a little bit too high. So I'm gonna mark it, and we're gonna cut it just below my mark to start with, and then of course we're gonna have to adjust it a little. Let's see, that was 6 1/8, right? So exactly 6 1/8 now. This is actually higher than the last. So the new old bottom is installed, and now we should, I think, make those extensions here to finish the corners. And then, yes, I'm not forgetting, guys, then we're gonna fit it on the car with all the fenders and everything. We're gonna have to mount. I don't want to risk it, and only after I start assembling to figure out that actually the door doesn't fit anymore. So once we extend the corners, we're gonna fit it, and we're gonna see, even without the skin, before we put the skin, right? We wanna put the skin on a door that fits. Okay, I've done one, but you missed it because you ran out of battery. So I was planning to show you one and do the other one on my own, but now it looked like I did one on my own, and now I'm gonna do the other side together with you guys. I hope you saw the most of it anyways. Okay, I decided to strip the metal here a little bit because it was pretty thick, and I knew that there was a lot of bondo, so I wanted to go all the way up where the bondo started, because from here down there was like a thick layer of bondo. So I removed that. I just wanted to make sure there are no other surprises, and there aren't, so that's good. So now we are ready to fit it on the car. So I painted the door and I installed it, but how it fits, I think we're gonna see in the next video, because we are close to 30 minutes here, which is way more than my normal videos, and I don't want to take too much of your time. So thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for commenting and subscribing and for sharing, and I'm gonna see you in my next video when we're gonna check how this door fits. So stay tuned. Bye.